Mic check 1 2 1 2. Where you at, brother?
I'm at home, man. Look, you be stressing a brother out. I just want people to know this brother right here. I'm sitting here like,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
So I'm doing good. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm
Okay.
doing good. I'm doing good.
All right. We coming to you live February the 3rd. It's February. It's Black History Month. So shouts out to that. We want to give some recognition. I think we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight. But we're multi-streaming tonight from a new platform. Trying to definitely level up here 2021. So slowly migrating to some new technology. Let us know how the stream looks. We should obviously be going out in 1080p on Facebook. We should be in 4K on YouTube and a couple of other platforms. But if there's any glitches, don't blame me. Blame Tallboy.
It's a new platform. And it's funny that you say that because with new platforms, we're all trying new things. I mean, I think everybody is familiar with Zoom. Yeah. But, or they're familiar with Microsoft Teams, but we've been using another service for actually since the inception of this show. True. And so now the service that we've been using to multicast or simulcast, as you call it, we're actually inside of this platform today. And so we're playing with this, and this is Restream. So the Restream side allows you to simulcast, but it also allows you to stream from the platform. And this is my first time playing with this platform. And James said we're going to try something new. So I'll take full responsibility if it messes up. It's his idea.
Brother, we breaking ground right here. We definitely early adopters to technology, and that's what you want, right? You want folks that are going to be talking about technology. You want them to be out there trying it and breaking it first, so you don't have to go through those hurdles and those issues yourself. You can learn from our mistakes, hopefully.
Right. And the funny thing is, I like this. I don't know if I'm ready for it, but I'm at a point where I think maybe either next week or the week after that, I want to stream using another platform that I'm playing with. And then I think you have another platform. So there may be some glitches. There might be some misfirings and stuff like that. But we're going to get it right. But we want you to see what it's all about. And it's tech. And I mean, we're 2021. This is the year that people were introduced to it last year because you had no other choice. But now this year, now that the dust has settled, the gun smoke is gone. Now it's like, okay, now that these platforms are here, let's start to figure out a little bit more about them and let's learn. So I like it.
I love it. I love it. Shouts out to the folks that are joining us from YouTube and Facebook. Sammy, we see you, brother. We're gonna get you on. I know we talked about it. We're gonna work something out, brother. We're gonna work something out.
Sammy.
hey, that's a bad man though. What, 16, 17 years old? He's doing his thing. The man has a TV show on Amazon. I'm not going to give it all away just right now, but that's what we talk about. Those are the kind of folks that we talking about.
No, I mean, I had it. I'm trying to see if I can pull it up, but I can't find Mac Romance. So Mac Romance, that's the name of the show. It's a 10-minute short that Sammy did. We're going to throw you some love, Sammy.
Yes, sir.
And people give some feedback. Be honest with Sammy. Sammy got mad at me. Well, he didn't get mad at me. He respected my feedback, and I think he is doing his thing. And he's 16, and he's a movie star, or wants to be a movie star. so go check it out. If you have Amazon Prime Video, give him some honest feedback. Tell him how he can be better. All right, that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
What's up?
Sammy, put your link in the chat, and we'll include it in the show notes, and we'll definitely populate it here during the course of the show. So,
we show love. If you got something positive going on, we got you. We got you. Oh, he said he took my feedback. That's what's up. All right, man. So we're talking tech. I mean, anything interesting that really just popped out to you over the last week? I know you've been behind the scenes doing some things. I don't know if anything stood out. What happened in your world?
Well, all kind of things that happen, brother. And I'm wearing this hat for you tonight. I figured I'd wear my Apple hat just to show you that I am deep in the. I've been drinking the Kool-Aid for a long time, but there's some things that we're gonna talk about and tonight about
So
Apple.
let's just go ahead and get it over with, man. Let's just get it over with since you wore the hat for me.
I had to grab it out of the closet. So iPhone users, check this out. There's a couple of things that are coming. Everyone's got to wear these masks now, obviously, right? So it's very difficult, almost impossible to unlock your iPhone when you got a mask, because then you got to type in your passcode. That's cumbersome. So release 14.5 of iOS is coming out. I've got it now because I'm part of the developers beta, but it'll actually allow you to unlock your iPhone. Look at this brother with his mask on. Shouts out. I see you wearing an Amazon mask. You can unlock your iPhone if you have an Apple Watch. So if you got your Apple Watch on, you're wearing a mask, it'll actually sync between the two devices, and it'll know that it's you because of the proximity, and your iPhone will actually unlock because you have your Apple Watch on. No love or no luck for anyone who's not wearing an Apple Watch, unfortunately, but that functionality is coming very soon. You guys will probably get it within the next couple of weeks.
So you actually have it right now, right?
Yeah.
So have you done it? Have you used it?
Yeah, it actually works seamlessly, pretty flawlessly.
Okay, so show us. I mean, we on the lab. Go ahead, take me off the screen. Wear your mask. I know you got a mask, man.
I don't think I got it. I wasn't prepared. I got my mask upstairs. I got.
You talking about something and you not even ready? Oh, okay. Look, I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna try and hold you.
I tell you what.
Show the people what. I mean, this is what the show is about. How you not gonna be ready? I had my mask.
Oh man, you got problems. What's wrong with you?
Hey, text the robot. Text the robot and say, well, you got two robots in the house, right? Tell them to run in and bring the mask in. There you go. So while you doing that, go get the mask and show the people how to do this. So I got you. I can hold down the fort.
All right.
iOS 14.5. Making it easier to unlock your iPhone. How many people got an iPhone? If you got an iPhone, put it in the comments. I would love to see if you have an iPhone. And are you open? Are you open to this new technology? Do you like it? I mean, it's pretty much seamlessly. I mean, from what he's saying, you have your little watch. You know, I try to tell y'all, I'm Team Droid, so he's trying to get me in Clubhouse. He's trying to get me now to go get an iPhone because now I can unlock with the mask. The only problem with the mask that I have is that when I breathe, my glasses start to fog up. So, I mean, I got to find something that does not allow that for me. But with iPhone and iOS being able to do this, I think that this is, a great opportunity. I think he took me off. So I'm going to see if I can scroll this over here. Let me see. I can't screen down. I don't know. It's on his side. They said they have masks for that issue. Okay, well, I gotta find it, and when I find it, I'll be all right. There, look at him.
Hey, look at him. First of all, your boy tripped going up the steps, so I'm winded right now, and got me wearing a mask.
Oh man, look at him. All the excuses.
All right, iPhone is locked, right?
Okay.
I got my watch on.
Okay.
Oh, shoot, it didn't work.
Take the hat off. Take the hat off. It might be the hat. There you go. See the balding area? Yeah.
That's why I'm on the developers beta. It didn't work this time.
Okay, but you tried it earlier, so remember it's in beta right now.
Yeah.
So this is a real live tutorial. And it's not working, but hey, I keep telling y'all, he loves his iPhone, so maybe by the time he get it right, did you get it? Did you get it? Nah, he ain't get it. It's coming, y'all. It's coming. The technology is coming. Just bear with iOS.
You got your boy flustered. I done tripped on the steps.
Yeah, man.
My online demo didn't work. God, this is comedy.
Hey, man, you knew I was gonna come at you with this. I said, James, I got you. Did you not see the promo?
Man,
Did you not see the promo I did today? I said, Jay, there you go. Now you over here hyping it up, and it don't work. But it's beta, so I'm gonna give you that. It's beta. So
it is beta, but every time I've said it, you see, I got my drink in my hand now. Every time I've talked about it, I've said that it's coming and it's a developer's beta. So you won. I sure did trip on the steps on the way up. Good Lord,
man, you got to stay prepared, man. Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is.
So I'm gonna let you go with the next story while I just deal with the comments here and catch my.
Oh, so all right. So do they have a estimated time of release for this product?
They never do, right? Apple's stingy, real close to the vest. Like I said, it'll probably be next couple of weeks once they get these issues worked out. It worked the first time that I tried, but as you see tonight, it did not work. But so probably within the next couple of weeks, before the end of the month, for sure.
Okay. Okay. Well,
it's coming, man. Anitra talking about us. Anitra talking about us. Yeah, you know, we keep it low. Mine's low on purpose too. Right? It's just not. I no longer have a choice.
I'm not taking my hat off. I haven't had my hair cut in a couple of weeks, so I already know when you see my beard lined up, that's when you know I'm crispy. But right now, the beard I'm in the house, so it is what it is.
All right. Oh, it's all right. Anitra's asking another question. She know us. Okay, she know about the Trova. Okay.
Is there a way I can play that video on this new software platform? Because that could be the next topic. I think Trova will like it.
You should have the capability of adding a video as well. So send me the link and we can make that happen.
No, I mean, I have to send you a link, or can I run the actual video? Because I have the video on my file. I mean, in my system. So do I need to send you the YouTube link?
Yeah, send me that.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be an extra view for myself. Okay, man. Why not? All right. So what Anitra is talking about is there's a company that we interviewed at CES over the CES week, January the 11th through the 14th, I would like to say.
Yep.
And Trova was one of the companies. They sent me a unit, and when they sent me the unit, before I even did any research, before I did anything, I just took it out the box, I grabbed my camera, and I just started recording as is. And it was what it was. I made some mistakes. I made some blurbs. I mean, yeah, it was really quite hilarious. So I don't know. Like I said, we're just making the best out of this. Can I put it in the private chat, or how do I?
Yeah, either way will work.
No, this is hi there. I'm Restream. I'm doing something wrong. So private chat. There you go. All right, and then all I do is do what? Learning this new software. How about that? There you go. Right. All right, so this is the product right here. It's called Trova. I don't have the actual unit at my desk, but this is the unit here.
Hold, please.
And
now, that I can do.
There you go. You got it. See,
that I can do, right?
Yeah, that part you can do. Okay, so you got one too, right?
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up. So you got one. What did you think of it?
It is, I understand the use case that the CEO Scott was talking about, right? It really is a nice, high quality luxury compartment and holder for, again, whatever you've got, your medical stuff, your money, credit cards, medicine, things like that, things that you don't want to get in the hands of somebody else. So it's very nice. I like the fact that it's GPS enabled as well. So if you lose this thing, if we finally get to start going traveling again, and you take this with you and you think you have it in your hotel room or it falls under the bed, whatever the case may be, you can sync it and lock it to your mobile device, and it has a GPS tracker on it. That I really do like a lot. So it's built with some really good quality. So I really like that piece. I think I will put this in my suitcase when we start traveling. Right now, I just got a couple of credit cards in there, just again was testing it out. But
okay, now I saw where you can have your medicine. It actually came with a small medicine case, a small, not even 3 inches, not even 4 inches wide, big, small case. Put your 2 or 3 pills in there. You're good to go. You can put well, when he plays the video, you'll see you'll see what I did, and we'll go from there. So without further ado, you about ready with it?
Let's make this happen, brother. Let's make it happen.
You can take me off the screen.
Well, we don't need to see two of you, huh? Okay.
Do you want to hide things in plain sight? Well, I might have a product for you. My name is Iamtallboy Sanders, and we're going to talk about the Trova Go Plus. It just came in the mail. We're about to talk about this right now. Let's check it out. All right, guys, we're going to do an unboxing of the Trova Go Plus. I have my trusty knife. We have the Trova, and we're going to see what's inside of the package that we just got from the good company, Trova Official.
I don't think we're getting audio, so hold on.
I got audio.
Oh, okay.
The good wrapping paper called Trova, okay? See what you look like? It says you look like you have something to hide, okay? So it's the Trova Go Plus. This is what the packaging looks like. So here's the device here. Has a charging cable. Has a case for maybe your medicine, pills, or all right.
The detail that he
right
does in this review.
It looks like an eyeglass case,
right there.
and it does not open up at first try. So I pressed the button, it turned green, and it still didn't open up.
A few moments later.
All right, guys, this is it, the Trova Go Plus. This is the case. It's pretty much designed to hide secret things from people who are not supposed to be in your business. And I can't open it. So I didn't listen. I should have read the directions first. Now that I read the directions, it said download the app, put in all your personal details, email, PIN number, all that good stuff. And so this is kind of what it looks like right here. And so I tap the app, and I type in my code, or you use your fingerprint, and then you hit the continue button, and it unlocks. And when it unlocks,
hilarious, boy.
When it unlocks,
comedy.
It's supposed to open up. Oh, I had it on backwards. All right, there you go. You got a little white sign showing that it's unlocked right there. And basically it's Bluetooth enabled. You can put your personal belongings in there. So if you have this, just don't make sure you just don't bring a knife to a gunfight.
Had to be a blade.
But nobody would know. You hit that unlock button. And what if you are a smoker? Now these are, I'm not gonna say the brand, but just two pair of cigarettes with a lighter. But you know what I'm talking about for the ones that use it for medicinal purposes. Take it on the go, you good to go. All right, that's why they call it the Trova Go Plus. You got your business cards, you got your credit cards, whatever. And you need to put something away, and you don't want to have your money. You got your SD card, got your money, put that in there, and you're good to go. Where you're playing basketball to all the athletes, or you're playing a sport and there's no locker. No one's not thinking about this case right here. All right, so you type your PIN. Maybe you're hiding some money from a female or from that man. You don't want them to know. You can hide all your money right there. So I've given you a couple scenarios on why you should purchase this product here. It's called the Trova Go Plus. You can find it at trovaofficial.com. It looks like everything is tightly sealed. It is not waterproof, not waterproof. So with that being said, if this is something that you think that you could use, check out Trova. And it's called the Trova Go Plus. And with that being said, I'm gonna hide some stuff from my girlfriend. I'm out. Tallboy Experience. My money.
The Tallboy Experience.
Oh yeah. That boy crazy. I love it, man. But you know what? I said you did a long review, but you did a thorough review, and I know Trova Official appreciates that.
Oh yeah, he was quite impressed when he saw it. He sent me a text message saying I love it, and he really liked it. So that's what's up.
That's good. And you know, we try to focus on our interviews and our reviews, especially from CES, on those things that are consumer focused, not the necessarily those big, huge box things, right? But the thing, the things that are actually going to be in stores or in stores now, the things that folks will actually take some use from and get some utility from, and things like that, things like the Hubble for iPad, you know, the hub things. There's a couple of products out there that really resonated, I think, especially with our audience. So nice work on that review, man. Nice work.
You're gonna do the Hubble next week, right? I'm just gonna throw you out there because you know they getting all kind of traction, brother. I mean,
So I already did my review, and I did my review on my blog, and I talked to the company about it. We can go into that real quick as well. Hubble for iPad is a case, is a hub with all of the ports. So look at this. I've got USB A, C. I've got HDMI with 4K output. As I already said, USB-C. I got the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack for the folks that can't let go of the headphone jack. I've got SD and micro SD ports on here, and power connectivity for the new iPad Air and for the iPad Pro. So I've got the iPad Pro, and I'm using this. It's amazing. It works well. It fits nicely. It actually has the same space gray look, so it looks like it's stock Apple gear and equipment. What the utility and what the value is, again, you've got all of those connection points now integrated into a case, integrated into a hub that's built in, that snaps into your iPad, right? So instead of having to carry a whole bunch of other adapters, a whole bunch of other cords and devices when you're out remotely. So like us, when we're out probably taking video and taking photo, you don't have to have all those extra components. This just integrates with your tablet and works quite well. Pricing is nice too. I think let me pull up the page here, but pricing was
it was like right at $100 to $130,
which is not Apple pricing if you think about it, right? Because again, you think Apple, you think they're going to take you for everything they can sometimes, and take you for more than.
Let me ask you. With that being said, with the Hubble. Now, does the Hubble need to be charged as well, or it's automatically you just plug it in and it's already good to go?
That's a good question. Yeah, so there is a port on here. There's no power for the case in and of itself, but to power the ports, especially the 4K HDMI port, there is a power connection that you plug in via USB-C. So you charge up through the Hubble itself, and that actually charges your iPad as well.
Interesting.
But there's no separate need for charging device, the case in and of itself.
So does that part that's disconnecting, how does that come out? Or you see where it's folding out? Like
so it's two. Yeah, so you plug right into one of these USB-C ports. Is primarily this first one right here to do the charging for your iPad.
Okay.
But you can actually, if you didn't want to use the case and you just wanted to use the hub, you can actually just pull these snaps off, kind of like they're doing right now, and just use the hub piece. You don't have to have the whole case attached to your iPad all the time. You could just go with the hub part.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. And then you can fold it, and
So there you go. So,
that's the piece right there. So that's the part that charges. You plug the USB-C. Does that have to be charged? That you got to take it off the screen and put it make you bigger. No. Take the link off the screen.
No, I need a couple extra set of hands.
I see. I used to be that hand, but you were trying Restream. So
there you go. I need a couple of sets. We need to hire a producer. Anybody want to be a producer so they can be also following up on these comments?
So you can disconnect that from the book part. That can charge overnight, and then you plug it back in the morning, and then you're good to go.
Exactly, because this is essentially the brains of it right here. Yeah.
Okay, and then the other part, the part that you connect the tablet to, it can fold over and it can prop up to where if you wanted to watch a movie or if you wanted to do is there any other use cases for it outside of that propping up for that?
No.
Outside of just protecting the glass if you just happen to drop it?
No, but what you mentioned right there is a good thing because you don't want to lose functionality, right? Because the default Apple case allows you to fold it up like this and actually be it as a prop. I was glad to see that they didn't omit that capability. So yeah, you can prop it up and use it as a stand, put it on your table or whatever the case may be. Put it in the kitchen and have your recipes going or whatever the case may be. So that yeah.
Is that also a hard back case or like that? The one with the hole. Is that a hard case or is that soft?
So the back is hard. So the back of it is hard. It's aluminum as well, similar to the iPad itself. So the back is hard, and the front is the soft case. Again, the same fabric and the same material as the default standard Apple iPad front case.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, again, you don't lose any functionality. You gain extensibility with the Hubble. From a pricing perspective, again, for the iPad Pro, the 11-inch version retails for $100, while the 12.9-inch version retails for $110, and the iPad Air version retails for $100. So, and those are available now. We'll have the link in the show notes so you can go check out and holler at our boys and our folks over at Fledging.
Yeah, I like Ethan. Ethan just did something for us on the back end of something that we're going to release real soon. And he was straight to the point. He was honest. And I think he has a solid product, even though I'm not an iOS guy. But I didn't know. Now, do they sell any other products outside of just that Hubble?
Well, I'm surprised that you asked. So yes, they do, sir. They have something that you would be interested in. Shouts out to the Thunder 4.0 external SSD enclosure. I got a 500 gig drive in this enclosure right here, and it's got a built-in cooling, built-in fan, and also got all the air vents as well. This right here, again, is going to be my external storage.
You mean mine?
See, we family here. I'll see what we can do. But again,
if you're watching this video, I need that, man. No, like I'm not an iPhone guy. I'm not Apple, but I mean, I'm all Fledging.
But this is what you need, and this was the pitch that I even made to him again for the activities that you do out there, creating content, creating video, and you need to have the ability to transfer from your DSLR, your mirrorless, whatever the case may be, and have a secure device. So I've got the drive encrypted too. When I reformatted it, I encrypted it so no one else can pull my data off. But again, this type of a compact type of remote storage capability is incredibly huge, incredibly valuable. So yeah, they got some good stuff for cross-platform.
Put it back on the screen real quick. Put it back on. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, so
it all the way around. So why are you doing it? DJs, videographers, content creators. This is something that you might want to look into. Start thinking solid state drive, SSD. Don't think hard drives, because hard drives, if you drop it, you're kind of messed up, because if you drop it, that disk is spinning, you're shot. This is a solid state drive, and maybe we can get Ethan back on real soon, and he can talk more about it and talk about why the solid state drive is important to the videographers, to the photographers, and to the DJ community. If you're in one of those spaces, this would be a perfect use case. My thing is just start doing your research on solid state drives. I got 4 bad hard drives sitting over here right now, and to recover, they're talking about $700-800 per external hard drive just to be able to recover that disk. It's not to say that this is perfect, but this will at least, get you out there to where to help you out. Love Audio Production. What's up, man? You're a DJ. Yeah, you might need that. So, yeah, he's in Great Britain, y'all. So
I love it. Well, we across the pond. We global now.
Love Audio
love it.
Production. All right, man. So let's go ahead and jump into our next topic. Those are our 2 reviews that we got over the week, and I think that if you're interested, feel free to look them up. That's Trova.com, and that was fledging.net, correct?
Correct.
All right, fledging.net. And if you're interested in the Hubble or in the solid state drive, look up fledging, FLEDGING.net, and Trova is TROVA.com. So look those two up, and it might be something that you want. We just wanted to be able to bring it to you to where you can say, this is the use case for it. This is why you should use it. And if it's for you, it's for you.
There you go.
All right. Instagram. They recently deleted a feature that lets you change your mind about deleting posts. What do you think about that, man?
That's them late night emails or those late night messages that you send out when you really don't mean to send them out, right? I think it's cool. I think it's, again, trying to be more personable with folks that use the platform. So being able to, again, here, let me put this up here.
So basically, make a long story short. Now here I am being unprofessional. Got somebody calling, and you can't take me off the screen to take that call, but it is what it is. But Instagram, you get 30 days if you delete anything from your IGTV, your reels, your photos, or your videos, or your stories. I keep saying the word "or." If you delete anything from Instagram, you have 30 days. It'll go in a folder, and if not touched, they will automatically delete after that point. But if you want to say, oh, you know what, I need that again, then you can actually go back in and put it back up. So starting today, users will need to confirm that they're the account owner through their text or email in order to permanently delete or restore content. So just keep that in mind. It's officially rolled out. They will only stay in the recent deleted section for 24 hours before they're permanently removed. And then clearly, Instagram wants to give people chances to keep their content before permanently removing it. So, I mean, I think if I'm going to delete it, I'm going to delete it. I mean, now,
exactly.
Here's the problem. 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now, you're like, I need that post, but it's too late. You only got 30 days. You only got 30 days to decide whether or not you want it or not. So that's the only bad thing about that situation.
I hope folks read into this, though, to be honest with you, the fact that, and this is something I deal with on a day-to-day basis, right? That everything on the internet is always there. It really doesn't go away, right? You sign up for these social networks, you sign up for Instagrams and TikToks and Snap, whatever the case may be. You think you delete your data? No, you don't delete your data.
Right.
They have access to all this information. Instagram is only allowing you to have access back to it after 30 days. But Mark Zuckerberg and the team at Instagram have access to this data forever, and they're continuing to use that for targeted advertising and things of that nature. So keep that in mind. Please just be cognizant of that. Whatever you put out there, just know that it's really not going away. So just be aware of the words that you put out there on the internet, because if you don't want it to come back and bite you 1 month, 1 year, 10 years down the road, it can become a problem, because a lot of organizations nowadays. So let's get focused here, right? A lot of organizations are using social media profiles when you go try to get a job. They are saying, let me Google you and let me find out what you've posted, to kind of get a sense of who you are from a citizen, from your personality, the type of folks that you roll with. I mean, all of that now is relevant information for an employer, maybe bringing you on. Maybe you want to get a mortgage. New company that you haven't worked with. You trying to reach out to Wells Fargo. Yeah, they're going to check your FICO. They're going to check your credit score. But you know what? Let me see what this person is like as they engage and interact with the community and with the world. I'm not saying that it's already part of the mortgage consideration process, but it is definitely part of the employment process. So again, keep that in mind, y'all. Soapbox, I'm off it. I'm done.
No. Here's the funny thing about that. I just had a phone call today, And when I had the phone call today about some business, I filled out the little information form. The company actually did their research on me. And they were like, Hustle and Network. Is that the Corey Tallboy Sanders? I only introduced myself as Corey Sanders to them because I knew it was a corporate situation. I didn't say my name was Tallboy. Yeah. And they did their research. Like, she literally Googled me. She looked up my YouTube channel.
Wow.
I mean, so, and my thing is, whatever I put on the internet, I don't put anything that's embarrassing at all. But, you know, that's not, I mean, but to anybody else, you just never know who's watching you. And be mindful and cognizant of what you post on social media. So I grew up in the era like you did, James, where there was no social media. And what was the old saying? Don't embarrass your family.
Man, don't embarrass the family, boy.
So that to me right there was, you know, I'm not gonna put anything that's out there that's not one.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good stuff. Shout out, I see some folks coming in, some other live streamers, some other content creators. We see you, Mr. Lee. Sha-la-la-la. I got to get that other la in there.
That third la is what's important, bro.
My goodness, that's what sets them apart from all the other competitors.
That's la. See, even I said it right. I said it with the third la. It just sha-la-la. That's two. Sha-la-la-la. That's three.
There you go.
Yeah, you gotta get that lie in there. So, video production guru out there in Boston, I would like to say.
Yeah. I got a little some swag from him too. I think my kids came in here and took it. So dang, because it was a cool little sticker stag and everything.
The robots took it. Oh man! So the ones that do not know, James got a robot for Christmas. The little vacuum cleaner, and then he went out and bought a second one and named them after his in real life IRL kids because he knew they weren't going to do the work, so he just named them. So the robots took it, or the IRL kids took it.
The IRL, the IRL. I think the oldest took it. She's into that kind of stuff. So I think my daughter may have snatched it, but that's all good.
All right, man. What you got next, man?
Let's go into Gmail because you brought this to my attention, and you know there's a handful of platforms out there, or tools that are doing the same thing, but I think as they start being announced, they get better, right? And this is really consolidation of effort, consolidation of time, right? Folks don't have any time to be messing around with technology a lot of time, to be honest with you, right? They want it as simple and as easy as possible. So almost everyone on the planet has some form of a Gmail account. All of my business accounts are Gmail accounts. Yeah, you know, all of mine are Gmail. Yeah, I mean, again, they're not like James at gmail.com. I've actually created them off of business domains, but they fall under the G Suite and the Gmail category. So Kiwi is a new company that's out here trying to do some things and consolidate, right? When you've got multiple accounts, if you've got multiple businesses, you've got multiple passions, multiple hobbies, whatever that you're doing, and you got a different email account and email address for all of those, that means you got a different calendar for all those as well. So man, trying to keep up with it. Look, we can hardly keep up with just the schedule that we do. We're trying to do a show once a week, and I got a couple other shows. Tallboy is out there doing his thing, being interviewed by celebrities and interviewing celebrities. So this trying to keep up with a lot of these activities, and again, managing them from disparate locations can be tough. So Kiwi has come out with a way of actually aggregating all of that content, all of those email addresses, all of those calendars, all of those. I want to say Google Notes, but because I know you use Google Keep, but that would be great as well, right? If you can aggregate all of the doc sheets and what's their PowerPoint alternative. So if you can aggregate all of those Google assets as well into one location, but have you tried this yet? Kiwi for Gmail?
No, it's funny because I have 3 or 4 Gmail accounts.
Yeah.
But I only use one primarily. And I'm starting to slowly but surely integrate from Hotmail over to Gmail. So I just saw this the other day, and I'm thinking about, do I really want to, I have multiple email accounts. So from the tallboy.us to the Hotmail to the Gmail.
And it's time to go ahead and drop that Hotmail, brother. I'm just gonna go ahead and inject right now.
Well, they did do Outlook, so I mean, it is more professional. I'm not a LinkedIn guy like you, man. I have a presence on LinkedIn, but I'm not. I'm more of a hey, shoot me a DM guy. You're more like, hey, let's buy me a coffee.
Yes, sir.
And do more business like. And so for me, I'm looking at Gmail because it's integrated with my phone. With Android, it seems like it's so much easier. But it looks like this is a paid service. So that's something that kind of worries me, because now I have to pay you $30 for the year, let alone if you go over the 15 gigs that Google gives you, then you still have to pay to have a cloud-based service, or else you're not going to be able to access your content. So that's emails, videos, Google OneDrive, Google Photos, all of that combined. I think you're allotted 15 gigs, if I'm correct.
Yeah, 15.
And so I'm already paying $2 a month for an extra 5 gigs.
Okay.
Now you're telling me I need to do this. Like I said, your favorite phrase, I don't have the bandwidth for that.
You ain't got the bandwidth. But so, I mean, there's a specific use case. And I was even raising the question about, does it have integration with mail, docs, sheets, and slides? And according to the screen, yes, it does. But again, if you only have 1 or 2 accounts, maybe not, right? Because again, you can get similar functionality just with the core G Suite or core Google capabilities. But man, again, if you've got a whole bunch of different brands, a whole bunch of different marketing campaigns, a whole bunch of different projects, I'm gonna say 3 and above would be kind of the break even point for just sanity, right? When I always talk about price versus cost, right? So how much something, what the price is versus how much from a dollars and cents perspective versus what it costs you and again, sanity in terms of, again, how much effort did you have to extinguish. That's why I don't like free apps. I will pay a developer for a quality application because, again, it's saving me time and it's making my life more effective and more efficient.
But before you go there, how many of those apps are you willing to pay? I mean, at some point you have to say app 1 through A through Z. Yeah. You're getting it $199, $9.99, $14.99, $19.99. At what point do you say enough is enough?
I don't know if we're at that point yet, really, right, in terms of the technology ecosystem, because again, everything continues to evolve. But as far as Kiwi specifically goes, in my mind, again, 1 or 2 accounts, you should be able to handle that. Again, I'm making assumptions. You folks should be able to handle that directly within the core Gmail and Google applications and ecosystem. When you got 3 or more, then again, you got docs going, you got calendars going. That's a whole lot of manual consolidation, a whole lot of manual activity. Sure. That's when just again, on your mind and just on your ability to control and maintain some sanity in terms of managing all of those activities, then it's worth paying $30. What is it? $30 a month or a year?
It's for the year.
Man, pay that $30 and quit playing around. Again, when you got that much stuff that way, it just takes all that fuss out of it. $30 a year for the ease of thought is well worth it.
If you're interested,
price versus cost. Again, price versus cost is my thing.
If you're interested in checking this out, go to Kiwi, KIWI, or gmail.com. So that's Kiwi, like the fruit, for the FOR, gmail.com. I think you're right. It reminds me of like the Hootsuite for social media, but it's managing all your emails, your calendar. So, I mean, I could see a use case for it. I'm not saying that this is not good. I'm just saying when you already said, all right, Black Friday, I just got all these great deals. Then you say for Christmas, I got all these great deals. And then at some point, you're like, all right, I'm going to probably add another 2 or 3 subscriptions somewhere throughout the year. I'm not saying not to go purchase this. You got to go find what's good for you. What's good for me is not necessarily, good for your ecosystem, on the West Coast. So, I mean, it's just one of those situations where I'm just saying, at what point did we just stop paying for subscriptions? Because I think all these companies, all of these companies are going to a subscription-based model.
Yes, they are.
And so it's not like where you could just buy the Adobe suite and you own it. You now have to pay $9.99 a month or $39.99. Look, I just got hit last night for $39.95 for the Adobe Cloud Suite, and I'm like, I haven't even used the Adobe Cloud Suite, and they already got me for $80 because it's 2 months in. I don't have your favorite phrase, the bandwidth to take.
I'm gonna make some t-shirts. I'm gonna make some t-shirts.
That's something we're gonna have to put on. Look, I got the t-shirt company. Look, we're gonna get some. We're gonna start selling. We don't have the bandwidth to take this.
Hold on, don't get it twisted. Hicks New Media has swag.
I'm just saying for the lab, we gotta.
Okay, that's true. That's collaboration. That's true. You almost had me deviating there.
Go ahead, take your line and keep it out there in Roseville. Go ahead, since you want to be funny.
I'm not gonna do that. I do wish that it was here earlier. So I ordered, I printed, I made some new sweatshirts, and instead of doing just a regular, what do you call it, the press, right? I'm doing embroidery. Yeah, I'm trying. Look, we leveling up, brother. So it's taking a little bit longer for it to get here. And I was just checking my shipping, and it's not gonna be here till Friday. So next week when we go live, I'm gonna have the you can see it back there on the screen there, the Hicks New Media logo. It's gonna be, and I'm using Champion. I'm partnering with Champion for the gear. So it's not just that run of the mill stuff.
You should have called me because I had a Black-owned business that you could have probably talked to. And you could have made that happen. But before we get off of this subject here, Kiwi has a 25% discount for Mac and Windows users right now if you're interested. I saw that you put up on the screen. The G Suite Pro was $44.25, $44.25. That's 25% off if that's something that you're interested in. I think that they have a cheaper package. So yeah, the world is moving to subscription, and it's like, get your little $5.99s up, your little $1.99 up, because it's like they want to be able to scale to the best of their ability to say, how can I keep getting you? And if you pay at this tier level, yeah, everyone's trying to make money. So it's like, get you at $1.99, and I have you for the year. And then I turn around and hit you with a new feature, 8 months in, and say, Black Friday, jump in, and to all my customers that are here, you get exclusive dibs at the new technology for the rollout. And because you're grandfathered into the beginning, then you keep this pricing. Similar to what Netflix did. It was what, $5.99 or $1.99 originally when they were trying to compete with Blockbuster.
That was a long time ago, brother.
And now look at where Netflix is today. But think about it. I mean, you got to get the movie for $1.99. You had it for 30 days, and then they would ship out the DVD to you. Then you had it, and then when you turn the movie back in, you get another one. Then the subscription went up to $5.99. Now it's what, $15, $16.99 a month?
It's $18.99 in this house.
Right, well, there you go, $18.99.
Yeah, so We won't go down that road. I'm trying to stay positive. Let me do some things here. Again, we tested our new platform. There's one thing that I'm noticing right now that I don't like. It doesn't show how long we've been streaming. The other platform did show that. And let me see. Okay, so I'm cool with this little view here, and I like the fact that we can do all this, but I don't like the fact that I don't know how long we've literally been streaming. I'm zooming in on you there, brother. Yeah, it's been a long time since you've been to the
But
shop,
I
right?
also don't like about this feature here is I have no control over it. Whereas before, the previous service, I did have control. And maybe that's because I used the link. But when I tried to come in, which you guys do not know, on the back end, he and I were going back and forth, texting each other like, "Where you at? Where you at?" And I'm using the same credentials or login credentials that he had, and I had my own thing. He had his own thing, but we weren't in the room at the same time. And then he said, "You got to use the link." So now here I am using the link, and I have no functionality to where if he needs to go off the screen, if he goes off the screen, then I can't control. I can't control it. Whereas before, while he's off, I can still help him out. I can manage what he has going on. So that's the only bad thing about so far that we're seeing. But I mean, I see that it's 1080, 60 or 1080 30 that's running right now. Like we're crystal clear.
Yeah, we're clear. It's definitely you can definitely tell it's uncompressed signal. Haven't had any bandwidth issues or anything like that. And look, neither one of them platforms is paying us. We paying them. The other platform was StreamYard, and look, StreamYard works just dead simple, right? It does what it does, and it's easy and it works. But again, trying to level up a little bit and move into Restream here, and eventually move into doing some more functionality and more streaming with like vMix and Ecamm. So again, adding more real video creation capabilities into our product, just to again make the show more interesting. Yeah, the content and us bantering back and forth, and the guests that we bring on, that's the most important thing. But having a platform that's stable and scalable is really where we're trying to take things for this next new year. So
can you hear this? You hear that? You hear anything?
No.
Am I coughing? Can you hear that? Did you hear me cough?
Yeah, I heard you coughing.
Right, so I'm using my mixer. Or at least I thought I did. I'm trying to incorporate, I have the beat button, I have the cough button, and I can't my audio input. No, well, maybe this is here. Let's see. What about now? Can you hear the beat now?
No.
You don't hear anything.
No.
So basically my functionalities of what I was able to do before on the previous software that we were using, I can't use here. You don't hear anything?
No.
So yeah, that's something that I have to.
I got a question here as well. So Stuart, I see. So you're probably on Tallboy's YouTube channel. Do me a favor and go here and tell me if you're also at 720 there, right? I think I deliberately made a setting change to make sure that goes out at 1080. So do me a favor and jump on the stream on that side as well. This is good feedback that we need to know, because again, we're seeing some differences which sound small, but again, man, trying to scale and trying to do some big things. I don't know.
I talk about this other platform that I'm using, vMix, the industry standard.
Yep.
I can't wait to see what that functionality does. I've been able to test, and it's funny because it's my first time ever using the software earlier this week. And when I used that software, I did not mean to go live on my YouTube page. I did not mean to go live on my Facebook page. And as I was realizing what was happening, I was just testing, and you really got a chance to see me at my natural state. And it was a little embarrassing because I was not expecting to be live, but that's the true authenticity. I hope I said that word right, but that's just
a new word for the new year. New word for 2021.
Nice to eat me up when I'm over here making mistakes, not getting my pronunciations right. But I was being authentic, and I was trying to test it out, and I was nervous, and I would like to eventually move over to that platform moving forward. But see, as you're using some of these other platforms, maybe someone may not have the equipment, the software, the hardware that I have. You could use a software such as a Restream or such as a StreamYard if you don't have the capabilities and say, I want to do a stream. So the one thing I don't like is, I had to send you a link as opposed to uploading a video or give you a video to upload. Whereas with that one, I could just take the raw video and not necessarily go through share a YouTube screen or share a screen and go to YouTube and then go from there. I should be able to send you or upload that video to you, and you have it, and you should be able to run it. So
exactly, because you're a co-host to this, and so you should have all that same functionality. We'll work those bugs out, and we'll see. Right, we may go a different route, but again, like I said at the beginning, it's our job to to test it out and figure it out. Stuart says he's actually getting 720 as well out of that channel, so that's good to know. And I think that's a limitation based on what we're using here at Restream. So we'll fix that for sure. What's next, man? Hold on. Let me stop you and let me guide you in a certain direction, because you mentioned about
that's where I was going anyway. Yeah.
Okay, because you started with black business, so let me let you go ahead. I'll just set it up. I'll hit the single.
Maybe you catch throw the alley oop like Dwayne Wade and not come in like LeBron and make that photo, that memorable photo. Go ahead, set it up.
I'll just say this, right, and this is relevant for the time, relevant for the day, irregardless of what's going on in the world. We need to be aware of the contribution of Black and brown and minority people, and especially the fact that there are so many entrepreneurs out in the Black and brown and minority community right now. So we've all seen companies in February throw up banners, throw up advertisements, throw up specials, throw up promotions, whatever, saying Black History Month, we're here, we support, things of that nature. But it's really good to see in the technology field, to see folks like Google, folks like Apple that say, you know what, we're here and we understand that we need to be more vigilant. We need to be more on the forefront of helping you, the end consumer, find Black-owned businesses, helping you find places that sell products that are coming and stemming from your neighborhoods, coming from people that look like you, think like you, shop like you, whatever the case may be. So couple of good things have come out of that as of late. Yeah, again, everyone is I don't want to say jumping on the bandwagon, but because again, we see it every year, but it's really prevalent now, especially with what we're seeing with Google doing in terms of being able to allow people to use their technology to find Black-owned businesses and actually do some commerce there. So,
man, you just dunked the whole ball. You didn't throw up the alley oop, man.
I'm AI, brother. Right? I'm AI. I'm gonna inbound the ball myself. I'm gonna take it to the center court, and I'm gonna do what I need to do, and I'm gonna drive to the hole. I am the answer. But you think we talking about practice?
And that's why you're Lance Stevenson.
Oh my God! There we go. Oh, hold on. First of all, talk about Black-owned business. Famous enough. Yeah, that's straight out. I think they are.
So what we're talking about, Google can help you find Black-owned businesses, and here's how. Quite naturally, as you know, that ever since what happened last summer, people were trying to say they wanted to shop black, they wanted to support small black-owned businesses, and basically searches for Google for black-owned businesses have jumped up 600% over the last 12 months. And then now with COVID, they're really doing everything that they can do to make that work. And so basically, Google's actually been doing this since last July, but because it's Black History Month, Google is saying as part of a monetary commitment to support underrepresented entrepreneurs, the company will integrate the Black-owned business attribute into the digital skills training programs offered to Black business owners through Grow with Google Digital Coaches. Digital coaches offer free mentorships, networking, and workshop opportunities to the Black and Latinx businesses across the U.S. Basically, it has expanded its growing Google Digital Coaches program to 20 cities across the U.S., reaching an additional 50,000 Black-owned businesses. The Google's digital coaches have trained more than 58,000 Black and Latino small businesses owners to date, according to the Post. So, I mean, speaking of that, it's like, that's good, because here in Atlanta, there was a list that went out, and I guess if you were on social media, you would see all the Black-owned businesses, and they did it per field, whether it was clothing, whether it was food, whether it was art, whatever it may have been. And basically everybody was sharing it here in Atlanta. And then, there's a couple of Black-owned businesses that we support here in Atlanta, myself and Tammy. There's a couple Black-owned businesses that we support together. So she's telling me to get off my phone. I was trying to call her Black.
I love that. I do.
So it
cost one up for you, Tim.
So anyway, it's awesome to see that that Google is trying to do this. And I mean, it's not, we only celebrate and we only talk about Black History Month once a month, out of the year. It's not once a month, just 30 days, 28 days out of the year. And it should be talked about almost every day. It should be a weekly thing. It should be, it should just be incorporated to learn about new companies. And when you start talking about tech, the percentage is like 1.5, maybe 0.8% of how many African Americans are in the tech community. So when James and I go to CES, we really stand out. So, and that's how we were able to connect with each other, because it was like, hey, I don't know who you are, but man, I like your personality. Seems like you got your stuff together. Let's connect. And here we are years later, still connecting. But I mean, it's like you want to look out for the other. And so for Google to say, hey, you know what, let me throw something out here to you to help get other people to find out what you're all about, that goes a long way. And, with us and anybody that's watching the show, if you're African American, if you're Latino, if you're underprivileged, you got to work 2 times, 3 times, 4 times as hard than our counterparts. And I mean, even with me, when I do my video production, I have to be better than everybody else. My turnaround has to be faster than everybody else. My service has to be better than everybody else. You're going to find something to complain and gripe on me about, but I have to be better. And that's not fair, but you know what? It only makes me step my game up. And it only makes me say, you know what? I deserve to be here. And I'm not the best videographer. I'm not the best editor. I'm not the best interviewer. But my thing is, I try to stay consistent. I try to be honest. I try to be fair. And, I try to say, if you were in my shoes, what would you do? And I think with Google trying to do this, offering mentorship, networking, workshop opportunities, I mean, we already know the biggest thing is you need capital. You know, that's the biggest thing. I mean, the opening up a door is awesome, but we need money.
Yeah.
And if somebody can find you by doing a Google search, that's, you know, that takes it to a whole nother level. And there's some people that I definitely want to highlight. I've been seeing her name for the last 2 or 3 weeks, Dawn Dickson and Arlan Hamilton. She has a company called Backstage. She just opened up something so big to where if you want to invest, her company, just Google Backstage, Google Popcom. These are our Black sheroes, African American queens. They're doing it in 2021. I mean, it's great to hear what, you know, Ida B. Wells did. It's great to hear what Cicely Tyson did. It's great to hear what Rosa Parks did. All that's great. All that's awesome. But that's the person you need to be looking up right there. You need to know who Arlan Hamilton is. You need to know who Dawn Dickson is, because they're the ones that's out here making it happen in 2021, and they're staying innovative. And what this young lady has done, she just had an article that she just launched 2 days ago. And she also was she opened up something on Republic.co. So if you go to the Republic.co website, just Google Republic or Republic and Investing. She just launched her company saying, hey, we're going to invest in Black and brown and LGBT companies. We believe in them, and we want you to invest in us because we've already put money up. And if you're interested in supporting us and you want to get in on an early stage, you can invest for as low as $100. As low as $100, you can invest. And that was 2 days ago, and she just raised $1 million, $1,070,000 in 2 days.
That's not bad work for 48 hours.
That's what I'm saying. You need to know who this person is. So, I mean, if you watch the replay, I mean, I'm big up in her. She's got 86 days left to invest. And, I mean, you can get in as low as $100 to be a part of that community right there. And when we talk about investing, I don't know anything about Apple stock. I don't know anything about GameStop. I don't know anything about Tesla stock. I mean, James does. I don't. No one ever taught me that stuff. And I know I've been going on for this little rant for the last 3 to 5 minutes, but I think it's something.
All good.
I think it's something that people need to hear. And she has a book that's out. I don't know if you can Google it.
Yeah, I got it.
You got the book?
Oh, I got you, brother.
You got me? All right. I just downloaded the book and I'm already in chapter 9 today. It's 5 hours, 5 hours of your life. Get your Amazon Audible account out. Go look Arlan Hamilton. It's about damn time. Just go get it. Amazon Prime, Amazon Audible. I'm an Audible guy. I downloaded it. I'm already at chapter 9 because it was like she speaks to you in plain English and she's trying to give you practical tools on how to be successful. And I'm only talking about Arlan. I haven't even gotten on Dawn yet, but my thing is they're doing it today. Just like James and I are doing the lab. It's like, hey, we want to show you, like, hey, these are things in tech that you might be interested in. You might need this product. I don't care if you're Black. I don't care if you're white. I need to use the product. And can I use it? Is it practical? Is it a perfect use case? It's great to have the flat screen TV that rolls up and all that great stuff. But a fledgling and you use an iPad or a Trova or what's the other one that I got over here? The dual HDMI capture card. You're trying to stream. You got to buy a capture card. Madwell, everyone supports Madwell. Not trying to be funny and no disrespect to Madwell. But it costs $299 for one capture card. This one, you get two. The J5 Create JVA06, you get two capture cards and built in one. So it's a dual HDMI video capture card and it's right at $200. But if you go buy the industry standard one, no disrespect to it, but it's $299. Who's got $300 for one? I just got this. I got two for under that price. So
where's J5 Create headquartered?
Oh, Atlanta, Georgia, Kennesaw,
Right there.
be exact. So, I mean, if you're from the South and you want to support local business, this is where you support. So I don't know nothing about Madua other than what the industry standard says. Go out and buy this company. They're not black owned, but you know what? It's a perfect use case. But what James and I are trying to do is we're trying to educate you guys on things that it may have slipped by the radar because you're watching whatever's on the news that's negative, whatever you're listening to on the radio, but no one's talking tech and say, hey, how many events have you been to?
Yeah.
How many events have you been to and you say your phone is about to die? Do you have a portable charger to go with your life to where you can still keep going? Like, do you have that? You know, I support My Charge. I love My Charge. I've been knowing them for years. And I'm like, hey, My Charge is the company to go with. So to get off of the soapbox and talking and preaching and all that, my thing is get to know Google is doing a great thing. And this is something that should have been done years ago. But it's the fact that because of what happened last year, everybody said enough is enough. You know, companies are saying I'm going to slap my logo or Black Lives Matter on the website, but I want to see you actually doing something. And the fact that Google is out here doing it, that's great. But we have to do more. Yeah. Like, we just literally have to do more. That's just it. And I thank Google for doing it. But like I said, you can invest as little as $100 on Backstage or go learn about Popcom. We're about to go into an automation world. Because of COVID, everybody's scared to touch somebody. Because of COVID, you can't go anywhere. But what if you're out and you need something? It's literally about to be a George Jetson universe where you're going to be literally going to a kiosk, typing in your information that you want, sliding your credit card, and it's going to literally come out of the machine, and then you're going to be able to go because you're going to be scared to go somewhere. Or if you're out and you need it. So Dawn Dickson has this product called Popcom. I don't know if you can pull that up or not, but if you,
I got it up.
You got it? This right here, you can invest now. She's already raised, Black woman, already raised $736,526. She's already raised that on her own with 1,242 investors. You're getting 55 cents per share, and you're getting, in the minimum investment is $250. I mean, you can invest more, but I mean, you who may not own any stocks, you're saying, hey, and I'm not telling you go buy it because I said buy it. I'm saying go do your research.
Do your research. Yes, do your research.
But what I'm saying, do your research. But when you do your research, it's going to make sense. And if you don't resonate with it, it's just not for you. But I mean, yes, you go to Tesla. Yes, you go to GameStop. Yes, you go to these other companies, but I don't know their model. She's sitting there on YouTube. Arlan is sitting on YouTube telling their story. And if they're telling their story, I mean, I feel comfortable. So if I tell you my story and you like what I'm all about, you don't mind doing business with me. But if I don't know anything about you, okay, well, it's about, hey, if I lose it, I lose it. Oh, well, I didn't tell you to invest it. but I mean, these are two powerful Black women that, I mean, they've already raised, and she was the first woman to raise $1 million. The first Black woman to raise $1 million. So look at what she did it first. Arlan just raised $1 million in 2 days. So when we're talking about Black history, that's Black history. Now, I am going to say shout out to Carter G. Woodson. You know, he was an American historian, author, journalist, and the founder of the Association for the Study of African American Life and History. He was the first person that basically said, we're going to make Black History Month. I do say, hey, go do your research and know your history. Go look up Carter G. Woodson because he's the founder of Black History Month. But this, today, it's Dawn Dickson and it's Arlan. Oh my God, I'm messing her name up. But you don't mess a Black woman's name up.
Don't do that. Get that Hamilton out, brother. Get that Hamilton.
Arlan Hamilton, Dawn Dickson. Look them up. I mean, I can't say it anymore. I mean, Thank you, Google. Now they,
go
ahead.
No, I'm gonna say, and I think the thing for folks watching and listening, when they take a look at the photos that I just put up, it's this generation too, right? It's 20, 30, 40-year-olds that are out there doing, not just doing things, doing big things, raising grown folk money, right? And not being selfish about it, but want to bring folks along with them. So again, we'll include these links.
In the barrel. So I mean, think about when you honestly think about it. When you think about African Americans, they don't want to talk about it. They want to keep it secretive. They don't want to tell you what they got going on. They're saying, "Hey, you know what? We believe in this product, and we want to bring you along. And we don't want to. We want you to be able to sip your champagne and pop bottles when we close on the deal." That's big. Like, how many people out there saying, "Hey, I want to put you onto an opportunity. Don't sleep."
Yeah.
How many people are doing that in 2020? 2021. How many people?
Catch up, brother. Catch up. We done with 2020. We trying to live. Like that young brother sang that song. Like, I just want to live.
Right. So yes, I'm not saying let's not look up the Willie Mazes. I'm not saying let's not go look up all the Black history. I had a friend who's an educator, and she said, the school that she was teaching at that time, she said all they want to do is highlight all the big names. That's all they want to do. And it's like, well, let's go find some unsung heroes. Let's go find the Lonnie Johnsons, the guy that created the Super Soaker. How many people know that he was Black? Like the guy, the Super Soaker. So, I mean, I'm just saying, go look up names that you don't know that history, but then also celebrate and champion the ones that are doing what they're doing today.
Yeah. I love it.
I know you got one more, and then we're going to have to go ahead and.
Look, not really. Again, I was going to show, because again, we talked exclusively kind of about what Google was doing, and I had just a graphic off of Apple.com of what Apple is doing as well, right? And they're doing some exact same things, right? Trying to work with Black entrepreneurs, trying to work with Black organizations, trying to get folks to just expand where they put their dollars, right? Again, just take a look at some of these other organizations, other companies, Black, brown, and minority. I mean, we out here doing some things, and you would be surprised at the high level of quality, the high level. Just expand your research, do your research, and find out what's out there in the marketplace, and spend your dollars wisely, not just in February, but every day of the year.
I think what it is, James, and this is not to cut you off, I think that people just don't know. And when you don't know, you don't think about it, but when someone brings it to your attention, I think you say, you know what, maybe not today, maybe tomorrow, maybe when I wake up first thing in the morning or right before I go to bed, let me just Google this name. Let me look up something. And then when you start to learn, because I didn't know anything about investing in 2020. But then when I heard about Don Dickson, I said, well, let me just I watched one YouTube video, and it turned out to be 2 or 3 hours worth of videos that I was watching on Don Dickson. And it was like, you've heard me say it for the last 3 weeks. Yo, this is going to be the move, and I might be wrong, but I mean, she just resonates with me. Just when you watch a YouTube video, she's very inviting. Then I just found out about Arlan Hamilton. Just found out about her. And it was like, I just said, let me just get her book. I mean, how hard is it for me? Let me invest in her book. Let me see. And then as I'm talking or listening to the book, she's speaking in plain English, and she's just telling her story. But because I didn't know anything about investing, I don't know anybody that invests. Maybe you, but we've never had those conversations. But it may not be about investing. It could be about, I want to learn how to live stream. I want to learn how to drive a stick. I want to learn how to become a mechanic. I want to learn how to be a chef. Whatever it may be, just ask. Do your research. What about being a homeowner? Like, how do you go about doing that? If that's something that you're interested in, if you can find time to be on all these social media channels and shoot them DMs and and share, why don't you just take 10 minutes, 5 minutes of your time to do something that you can say, hey, this is something that could help me, be more knowledgeable and enhance, what I'm doing.
Now you getting in people business. See, like my pastor used to say, make it plain, and I think that's what you did just now. I'm not even gonna go. I had another story, but I'm not gonna go into it because we already kind of talked to and around it, and it was kind of about the investing thing and about with Robinhood and
let's do it. I mean, we just did that, so let's just touch on it briefly because, like I said, I think it's because we're talking about it. I think it leads into it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. First of all, let me ask folks while I switch to this new view here. Again, we definitely zoomed in, and what is this view all right? Again, we definitely need to make sure that we make sure we're not shining, make sure the faces and everything look good. And you looking good over there with that Sigma 16. I just want to make sure. My Sony ZV-1 is picking up your boy too.
What did it say? Who you with?
Who you? I like this zoomed in view here, right? Because you can see us as we emote. You don't like this?
No.
Oh man, I like it, man.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, look, if you are watching any financial news, if you are trading if you are investing, not necessarily trading, if you are watching the markets and doing some investing, you've definitely heard about what's gone on with Robinhood lately, and what's gone on with folks essentially hedging some stocks that shouldn't be trending, like GameStop and AMC and a couple of other stocks. And essentially what's happening is folks are going on to those fractional platforms where you can buy a fraction of a stock and you can just continue to drive the price up. And what has happened was folks have gone onto those platforms, primarily Robinhood, and drove the price up for no reason, right? There was no news. Stocks rise on bad news. Stocks fall on good news. That's just how it has always been ever since the stock market's been open. But there was nothing causing these organizations to fluctuate except for some feeds on Reddit, and some folks got together and they decided to find a couple of stocks that weren't performing well, and they targeted those. Long story short, Robinhood couldn't cover some of the requests, some of the primarily the sales transactions. Folks were buying, but they couldn't cover some of the folks wanting to sell the stock, so they put some limits and they put some holds on doing those transactions. The CEO for Robinhood, Vlad, got on a Clubhouse conversation with Elon Musk a couple of days ago, and that was the first time Clubhouse actually almost broke, because there were so many rooms. We found out that there's a 5,000 person limit on Clubhouse rooms, and what happened essentially was Elon grilled the CEO of Robinhood in terms of, why did this happen? Why did you limit folks from buying and acquiring additional stocks and securities in AMC and in GameStop? Why was there a need for you to raise $3.4 billion overnight? What caused that to happen? You're supposed to be, if you think of the name, Robinhood, you're taking from the rich, giving to the poor, the whole story. But it really appeared as if Robinhood was falling into the old boy network, the old school network of giving in to the large transactional firms, as opposed to, again, allowing the small, commonplace, regular consumer to acquire stock at a reasonable price and accumulate wealth. That being said, there's going to be some issues. Vlad, the CEO, has actually been called for a congressional hearing. Maxine Waters is going to have a little chat with him, and Auntie Waters don't play. If you have seen any time when she's talked to someone, you definitely sit up straight and you definitely give her the yes ma'am. So that's going to be happening, I guess, in the next week or so. I guess let me close out and say this: there are a number of financial institutions out there providing opportunities for the normal everyday consumer to invest in securities. be they either traditional stocks and bonds and mutual funds, or now even cryptocurrency. We've said it before, read your documentation, read your information, be aware of what you're investing in. We're not financial planners here. We are just giving you the information. There is a problem with what Robinhood did, and they need to correct that. I work with another organization. I work with Stash. Stash hasn't had any issues. I've been able to acquire certain stocks. Oh, I need to buy some stock tonight. Hold on, 6 o'clock is when we hold. But that being said, see how I deviate. I don't know what it is, ADHD or whatever the case may be. But you use those platforms. Become financially astute. Become financially aware. Get your piece of this American pie. Get your piece of the of that dream, right? And own capital, own resource into the organizations that you frequent. If you go to Target all the time and you like Target, research the organization, maybe buy some shares of Target. If you go to Starbucks every single day, like my wife does, and gets her triple venti iced latte tea, I don't know what it is, but right, and check out the fundamentals of the organization and the company, and maybe invest in that. Back to what Robinhood did, they have an issue. They need to correct that. They're going to figure out how to not have the common everyday consumer get affected by rogue investors raising and jacking up the prices on particular stocks and particular equity. So now we did a lot of soapboxes tonight, brother. We did a lot. But that's all right. That's all right.
I don't. The only positive thing I can say out of this is I read a story where the mom invested 10 shares of stock, if I'm correct, at $6 a share. So she ended up spending $60 for GameStop because her son loved GameStop. And she was trying to teach economic, just showing her son, who is like 10 or 11 years old, if I'm correct. And when the stock went up, that $60 matured into $3,200.
Yeah, saw that story. That was a pretty cool story. Cool story.
That was a win. And for the mom to say, hey, when he's ready to pull out, he can pull out. If he wants to keep it, he can keep it. He chose to pull at the right time because, from my understanding, GameStop is not worth that same amount of money. This was
not today.
So he got a nice little come up. $2,200 of it goes to his college, and the other $1,000 goes into investing into another company. So if you get you a W, hey, that's a W. If you take that money and you take that loss. And the only reason why we're talking about this is because it was GameStop. We were talking about tech, and Arlan and Dawn. They have really made some noise the first month of 2021, and it's like, hey, let's have this conversation because it's the tech community. And then now you're dealing with Vlad. If the ones are not familiar with Vlad Tenev, I think that's his name. It's Vlad TV for the ones that are not familiar. So if you watch anything about Vlad TV, this is the guy that owns Robinhood, and he had that conversation with Elon Musk, and Maxine Waters is going to say she's reclaiming her time with Robinhood. So, that's all
she probably will. There's going to be some changes for sure. Old Sam Cooke, there's going to be some change about to come. But this link that I got right here, and I'll put it in the show notes as well, is a capture of that conversation on Clubhouse, and I posted it on Infotainment News, so you can actually hear exactly how Elon is a good interviewer. He's not as great as being the one interviewed. He has a hard time spitting out the words sometimes, but he was deep into getting some real answers out of Vlad Tenev. So I would definitely suggest folks take a listen to this particular interview.
And then go back to that site. Because I want to plug you a little bit.
Okay, well, hold on. Let me pull up infotainmentnews.net, guy dog.
Because I got to get tallboy.us back up.
Yes, you do.
I gotta,
yes, you do.
I gotta have it doing the same thing. Come on now, you gotta. What you doing over there?
And I got to push a lot of buttons here on this platform. You know, a little bit different.
So right there, that bottom right hand corner, right there, it's right there with the brown circle with the cup. Yeah, let me see. He doesn't talk about it as much, but I just found out about it this weekend. If you click on that button, and if you like what you see on the content, and I think I'm going to start integrating it with my stuff, it's called Buy Me a Coffee for him. And I think you can title it whatever you want to title it. But this is a nice, if you have a website, if you have a YouTube channel, if you just want to promote it, have somebody support you. And, infotainmentnews.net or .com?
.net.
Infotainmentnews.net. You can buy a coffee, support, or buy James Hicks a coffee. So if you like that Elon Musk and Vlad conversation, support the brother. Give him $1, $3, $5, if you think it's worth it. If he's not worth it, then, just pour him a glass of water and just say,
there you go, right. give him some tap water. He don't need that fancy water. Just give him some tap water.
I think that's a good feature that you have on your website to where people can support, but I just think that people need to see more about it or know about it. But I think that Buy Me a Coffee is a great way for your people to support one another. If you like the content that's out there, why not support it? So I just wanted to just highlight that one moment because you showed it to me over the weekend as we were discussing, and it was like, man, that's pretty cool. So, the fact that you have it on your website, you have it integrated on the site, you can also integrate it on your YouTube channels. I'm not sure where else you can use. I think it gives you a link. So anything that you have, you can literally create your own. And when you create your own, do you have an affiliate link for that?
I do. I have to fire it up, but I haven't turned on the affiliate link. But yeah, there's a lot of functionality. I mean, to be honest with you, I think one of these days we're going to talk about premium content as well for the lab, right?
Give them more for the one to pay. Yeah.
And that can all be funneled through that same platform of Buy Me a Coffee, right? To where we actually give our sponsors and our advocates, the one who work closely with us, that premium, that next level of content as well. So stay tuned.
There it is, man. It's the lab. February 3rd, the first week of Black History Month. Look up Carter G. Woodson. Look up Arlan Hamilton. Look up Dawn Dickson. That's it. That's all I got to say.
I ain't got nothing else to say. Shouts out to y'all. Appreciate you. Next week, we're going to be better, y'all.